Hey everyone, I'm going to be doing a quick video on mind viruses. We all have them. How they're passed down is the real what we want to be looking at. In knowing that, we can resolve them. I go into a case study and show you how it was affecting a client and how we removed it quickly. This is really important stuff for self-mastery and optimizing your life. So if that sounds interesting, you should definitely watch this video. Okay, so this is the second take of this video, as in the first one I had my 3-year-old doing a very loud rendition of Frozen song in the next room. So you may hear something in the background, so please forgive the sound effects. So I'm going to be talking about mind viruses today. I want to keep it short. I'll go into more stuff about mind viruses later on. I want to tell you the mechanism for the way they're passed down. You will have mind viruses, I do, but it's understanding the mechanism of why it gets passed down will set you free. So in this lockdown period, if you're just working on clearing all your quarantining programming, you're going to really set yourself up to go places and to free yourself. I want to tell you about a client I worked with just recently. It's a lady. She had some traumatic experiences in a relationship recently, a few years ago, and they were still running in her head. So she wanted to work on that and become more neutral about it. But as we were talking about her self-value and her thinking and her beliefs around her beauty came up, and they were obviously extremely painful for her. Now, as we were talking, she was like, I know I think too much about my beauty, it's too important to me. If you're a guy, look at the principles behind the way I'm working. So even though we're talking about beauty, it same applies for men in attraction, let's say, and good lookingness and value. So this girl realized that she had issues around her beauty. She spent a lot of time, and when she was talking, I was checking where the source of this was coming from. So oftentimes I look up at what's called the family triad: dad, mum dropped immediately when you check the energy. So I was kind of using my insight to find out where this programming come from. So it was the mother. So she was telling me about beauty and everything, and then I said, well, it's coming from your mum and her weaknesses around beauty. So the mother finding herself beautiful was weak. It's a binary, 1 or 0. These are based on Taoist principles of strong or weak, and black and white, and opposites in the mind. So she was weak to beauty, not to ugly. She was also, because of the issue that she'd been looking at was cheating. The mother was weak to being cheated on. Now, how did that play out? Well, immediately she said, yes, my mom, she was always focused on making me look beautiful, fashionable, controlling my weight, etc., etc. Now, here's the key thing. So the mother, if she's weak to her own beauty and to being cheated on, she will try and do everything she can for her daughter not to experience the same thing. So she will try and make her as beautiful as can, so that she doesn't get cheated on. But there lies the problem. What you resist, you persist. What you fight, you attract. Your worst fear, you always attract. That's the same for you, same for me. This is a universal principle. So in doing that, the daughter was like, why does the mother think I need all this work done on my beauty? That must mean, and this is where the key word comes in, she misinterpreted. So she interpreted that as the mother thinking she was ugly. So she needed loads of work, and therefore the mother created her worst outcome. The daughter misinterpreted the mother's weakness, misinterpreted the situation with the mother, and that created the mind virus. That created the generational cycle. It's the misinterpretation is the virus. So immediately, once we strengthened her, or she realized it was a misinterpretation, that resolved it. Yeah, misinterpretation. You need, that's where this stuff is getting passed down through the generations. And it's, once you realize it's there, it's gone. Okay, so I've seen this so many times, and once you realize that something's a misinterpretation, it resolves it. So let's say someone projects their own shit onto me, which sometimes it happens. So let's say one person I'm thinking of, they told me I was this and that really hurt me, and it's been like and but then I looked back at that situation and realized there was a projection. So it was their weakness projected onto me, and I misinterpreted it as my own, and that created a real problem for me. Misinterpretations are like these glitchy viruses on your computer that just like have a compound effect in causing problems. The moment I realized it was a misinterpretation and I interpreted it the correct way, which is that it was his stuff, it was gone. I immediately saw, like, shone light into darkness, whatever you want to say, and that was gone. That program was gone, and then that's fine. So that's all I'm going to go into for today. Misinterpretations are brutal on the mind and the programming. Impossible to resolve until you see the truth, okay? And that's how things get passed down through generations. So if you think you have any misinterpretations, which you will do, and you want to work on them, two ways. Go try and work this out yourself, and it took me years, over 10 years to work out, or you come and learn with me in my school and get it all done in the shortest amount of possible time, but you have to pay for that. That's called investment. Or if you want me to do it for you, you just book a session with me. You can email me at support@robbrinder.com and set up a session. We can go into these things and find them, clear them, and then that will set you free. So if you, I'd love to hear your thoughts on misinterpretations or mind viruses, etc., memes. If you like the video, please like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.